The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing Fortune, the Blueprint, Matt Morgan, and his tag team partner from London, England, Douglas Williams.
We are in the fast lane, the fast track, headed directly to Daytona Beach, Florida for 10-10-10. And Bound for Glory 2010, the biggest pay-per-view event of the year for total non-stop action wrestling. And the war between Fortune and EV2 will take place at Bound for Glory, but we're going to get a little sample of it here on Explosion this week.
And their opponents, representing EV2, Raven, and his tag team partner, Stevie Richards.
Taz, it's been a long road for these two over the years.
Oh, absolutely. I was there back in the day and saw the whole thing go down. Between Raven and how he kind of took back years ago Stevie Richards under his wing and others. And obviously Stevie has grown to be a true bona fide pro, a tremendous superstar here in TNA worldwide. A lot of history between Raven and Stevie Richards.
I mean, this goes back so many years now between these two, and I've always found some sort of friendship between the two of them. Have been on other sides of the ring as opponents, but really have gelled best together as a team of some sort.
Yeah, it always was like, again, not to beat on the stuff that we did back in the day, and but look, the bottom line was that Stevie Richards was more or less like a henchman for Raven. Raven was running his show back there. He had a lot of fellas in his flock, per se. And Stevie was right there with it. Stevie branched off to become a star in his own rank. Well, not rank. I'm talking about rank, his own rank. What does that mean? Stop me when I say stuff like that.
Well, I'll tell you what, Douglas Williams ranks among the best of the X Division champions.
You are the human Segway machine, my friend.
Thank you very much, and certainly the title run that has come to an end was a good year for 2010. You can't deny that fact.
Yeah.
Douglas Williams has held the X Division championship for the majority of the year up until, of course, what we saw recently with Jay Lethal.
Yeah, that's true. We did see that. We saw that, unfortunately for Douglas Williams, he did lose his X Division title recently on Impact to Jay Lethal. And I'm sure that did not make Ric Flair happy. The leader of Fortune, the head dog of Fortune, wants power, wants championships. Now, at Bound for Glory, EV2 will go against Fortune, and it will be in a lethal lockdown match, JB. And as we saw in Impact recently, a match between Sabu and AJ Styles, who would get the man advantage. Fortune, AJ Styles won that match. When we go to lethal lockdown, when we go to Bound for Glory in the lethal lockdown match, Fortune will have the man advantage. And thanks for your help on explaining that whole thing with me.
And he certainly has it. And Sabu has the an opportunity now with the Fortune group getting ahead of themselves and will having the man advantage. You got to think they're going to be pretty confident going into this lethal lockdown.
Who are you talking about? They, meaning
Fortune.
Fortune. Absolutely.
Yes.
And man advantage basically means for a bulk of the match, first 5 minutes. Now we know. Hold on. First 5 minutes in a lethal lockdown match at Bound for Glory, Fortune will have the man advantage. First 5 minutes, and then every 2 minutes will always wrestle man up, one man up, which is a huge advantage.
And if history is any indication, that man advantage plays a huge factor in the lethal lockdown match. I'm going to guess. Be no exception this time around at Bound for Glory on 10-10-10. Here's the Blueprint, Matt Morgan, the hired henchman of the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, and certainly since aligning with Fortune.
Well, he's the insurance policy, my man. That's what Matt Morgan is. You know what I'm saying? He's the insurance policy for Ric Flair. He watches his back.
And Ric Flair obviously has assembled this group and seems to have been relatively happy with things so far as his group is led into battle at Bound for Glory in the lethal lockdown match. Now, of course, the opponents being EV2, no strangers to the hardcore, the cage match, the blood that comes with a match like this.
Look at how smart Douglas Williams is with that back elbow while he's not even legal to shut down Stevie Richards.
We are in the midst of tag team action. Matt Morgan and and Douglas Williams from Fortune taking on EV2's Raven and Stevie Richards. More when we come back. We are back. This is TNA Explosion. It's tag team action. Fortune versus EV2. Douglas Williams versus Matt Morgan, or rather Douglas Williams and Matt Morgan versus Stevie Richards and Raven.
As you covered it.
And Douglas Williams, really a thinking man's wrestler in every sense of the word.
Well, once we saw Douglas Williams, well, before the break, Matt Morgan was legal against Stevie Richards. And, you know, Stevie Richards hit the rope towards Fortune's corner. And Douglas Williams with a back elbow to the bean, the head of Stevie, shut Stevie down. And look, Morgan and Williams have been in control since that move.
And there's no question about it. When you work for the dirtiest player in the game, you're going to pick up a few tricks along the way, and that right out of the Ric Flair playbook. Taking every advantage possible.
Well, and then speaking of Ric Flair, I mean, Ric Flair, oh boy, watch this. Well, there's going to be a misdirection move, but it's just going to be a big side slam, I guess.
And from that elevation, Raven makes the save on that one.
Speaking of Ric Flair, I mean, Ric Flair had brought in Douglas Williams into Fortune for his intellect, for his brain power. He's a thinking man's wrestler. That's what Douglas Williams is.
And when he brings that European style into the ring as well, the brains, his ability, you can see why Ric Flair selected Douglas Williams to be part of Fortune. No question.
There must be an echo here, but I just said it. You're killing me.
Steal from the best.
Thank you.
Boom! Wow. Stevie Richards, who is...
It's like hitting a big redwood, huh?
Wow.
Giant. That guy, Matt Morgan, he's even taller than me.
He's a giant of a man, Kaz. And certainly...
Again, I think I just said that. What is with the echoes here? You're killing me. Begging you.
How about a tag? Here comes Raven.
How about a tag? How about a tag? Here comes Raven.
Now you're still in mine. There's a clothesline.
Look at Raven now. Lighten up the joint here. Oh.
Raven in control of this tag team matchup. Clotheslines. Douglas Williams.
So fired up, Raven. Look at Raven go. Oh! Well, Raven's definitely a veteran.
Tough landing from Matt Morgan on the outside. Douglas Williams, the even flow DDT by Raven. Is it enough?
Here are your winners, representing EV2, Raven and Stevie Richards.
Harbin footprint after the victory. Oh, God, look at that.
And this far from over here as this matchup, this feud between EV2 and Fortune.
Hey, it's just kicking in, buddy. It's just kicking in.
And I have a feeling when these two sides meet in the lethal lockdown, what we're seeing now tonight, just a fine example of the brutality that we're going to see when these guys are inside the lethal lockdown cage. Can't wait to see it. Bound for Glory 2010, 10-10-10. Matt Morgan, Douglas Williams, your winners on this week's TNA Explosion.